Welcome to Bayer's vision for the future of farming. Let's look at what regenerative agriculture in action might look like in a simulation we call Farms of the Future.
Let's begin our voyage into the future with the fields of the American heartland.
Our first hypothetical farmer, John, operates a 5,000-acre farm in Illinois that his family has held for generations. But his farm looks a lot different than it used to, as he is planting his fields in a 3-crop system of Precision smart corn, covercress, and next-generation herbicide-tolerant soybeans. With his regenerative ag powerhouse, John's no-till operation is yielding more than ever while restoring soil health and sequestering carbon. Let's take a look at the technologies behind this transformation. John chooses to plant the newest biotech hybrid of the Precision smart corn system. Backed with the revolutionary technology of short-stature corn, his DeKalb hybrid is built from high-yielding germplasm enabled by Bayer's precision breeding. How does he get to healthy corn crops? Let's go back a few months earlier. Starting with his planning, John's FieldView system has more than a decade of data on his specific operation, so his trusted seed advisor is able to make recommendations that were tailored to his own fields. This review looks at previous successes and challenges on his farm, past trends from the local area, and larger predictive modeling for the coming seasons to make a plan that fit his farm. For John's purchase experience, he gets his crop system of seed, traits, and crop protection products without needing to provide additional documentation, thanks to Microsoft Azure tools and a direct connection between his bank, retailer, and FieldView. This harmonized data environment also allows seamless access to financing and insurance for John and other farmers. His purchase uses outcome-based pricing, where his system of products comes with a predicted yield and a plan for how to make it happen. John appreciates the convenience of the tools he needed being grouped together so that he can optimize his yield, and he's more confident given Bayer's performance guarantee for his harvest. When John begins his planting, the planter he uses is programmed directly for each of his fields by a digital script sent to his equipment. As he runs the planter through the fields, his planter adjusts density automatically for his fields and makes sure to optimize the spacing for each part of the area he's working on. Because John's plants have the next-generation corn rootworm technology, he doesn't have to worry about this pest infesting his crops since they have season-long protection against corn rootworm. More than the trait, a seed treatment combination of small molecules and microbes ensures John's plants have the best start by encouraging seedling vigor and strong root development. In the mix, too, are nitrogen-fixing microbes that take some of the nitrogen gas, which makes up nearly 80% of the air we breathe every day, and fix it into forms that his crop can use. When a July thunderstorm comes through and lodges and snaps a portion of his neighbor's crop, John's short-stature corn remains standing and is able to weather the storm. Later in the growing season, John conducts a survey of his fields with an overhead drone, providing digital imagery in FieldView, which indicates early signs of disease in a portion of his farm. This analysis is done through its disease management advisor. Because John is using Precision, which is short stature, his late-season application of Delero family fungicide is made with his ground sprayer, allowing for precise application. With Bayer's expertise in formulation, he's able to get excellent efficacy with his fungicide while reducing his water use. When John harvests his corn crop, he gets a notification from his foreground application. He has qualified for carbon credit revenue for his verified regenerative ag practices. The application lets him know that the carbon credits have been trending higher recently, and he elects to sell the credit immediately to take advantage of the well-timed pricing. John is pulling in a healthy, high-yielding crop, exceeding his performance guarantee, thanks to his adoption of a whole growing season of system solutions. From the summer, we move to fall, a time when most of John's neighbors have completed harvest of their summer crops and perhaps planted some cover crops for their regenerative agriculture potential. Today, cover crops help store carbon in the soil, while improving soil health by increasing organic matter and contributing to healthy field microbiomes. But in the future, farmers like John can go a big step further. He plants covercress, a low-input winter oilseed crop that provides the benefits of a cover crop while being harvestable in spring for use as a renewable, lower-carbon fuel meant for the aviation industry. John can even use the same equipment he uses for his other crops to harvest it in spring, which means no major equipment investment needed to get in cover crests. Just like his corn harvest, Foreground helps ensure that John is a part of the value chain he's creating. The platform allows him to track and measure the impact of his regenerative ag practices. This combination of Bayer tools and systems for cover crests enables John to become a part of climate change solutions, sequestering carbon by about 1 ton per acre. As a new crop and revenue stream, his introduction of this system improved soil health, promoted biodiversity, while having a net profit benefit of about $50 per acre. This is a cash and cover crop that can help fuel the world and is a clear win-win for farmers and the planet. Now, it's springtime on John's farm once again, and after his covercress harvest in May, he quickly shifts to soybean production in the same fields for the summer. He has confidence he can make the timing, as he has a prescriptive, season-long plan already in place from FieldView's multi-season crop planner. Just like his corn, John's Asgrow soybean varieties are specifically bred to meet his farm's environment. The crop planner helps John select next-generation herbicide-tolerant soybeans bred for late planting, featuring the newest herbicide tolerance traits for over-the-top use. This provides him with 6 post-emergent herbicide options, and John looks forward to using Bayer's new mode of action herbicide in an upcoming herbicide-tolerant system. Continuing his outcome-based approach, John purchases a recommended custom seed treatment and a prescriptive weed control system to optimize his yield for later planted soybean fields. As he gets his seeds into the ground, the newest Accelerant soybean seed treatment helps the plants establish quickly with protection from early-season pests. The product also contains biologicals to enhance development of deeper, stronger roots. The summer is forecast to be hot and dry, and those enhanced root structures will help John's soybean crop make the most of every drop of water they get. With herbicide-tolerant soybeans, John can continue his no-till system to maximize his carbon sequestration practices and the revenue he receives for verified carbon credits through Foreground. At the same time, John is improving his soil quality and contributing to the benefits his farm receives from regenerative agriculture practices so his yields can reach their full potential. With weeds under control, it's summertime on the farm, and it's a beautiful thing. John's neighbors start to notice that his fields are productive, healthy, and that he's looking at another profitable harvest. They ask him what he's doing differently, and John tells him, this is what the results of a systems-based approach from Bayer can look like. Zooming out, we can clearly see how farming in North America will transform for better. John and other farmers in North America could plant 3 crops over 2 seasons with outcome-based pricing, giving them confidence and a way to get there. The American farmer of the future could produce much more, earning more with additional revenue streams, and protecting both their farms and our planet through regenerative agriculture practices.